Hello and welcome to sim.bc, where it is 12 past 5 in the evening or afternoon class. And I've just signed my learning agreements for my Erasmus stay, which is kind of good. And if you wonder why I'm looking around, it's because I'm in an area now on the 4th floor in my school, which according to the French is the 3rd because they denote the 1st floor as the 0 floor. So it's the 0, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, which is actually the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor. Anyway, doesn't matter. I just had a kind of, I wouldn't say an argument, but a bit of a discussion, a bit of a back and forth about why that is with a rather pleasant woman in the student office who's actually from Great Britain. So someone that could actually, respond to when you throw an argument their way. Anyway, so I'm in this cute little room where they have the nicest chairs. I mean, look at that. It's kind of good. And as you can see, it's not that big. This is probably going to be my go-to recording session or recording place in school because it's just so quiet, so nice. I could actually close the door behind me. And then there's supposed to be two other people here, the director of general or something and the director of human resource management. But, if it's anything like the other administration in the school, they're probably not here. Now, shouldn't say that. I shan't be general, and I know I'm moving around a lot today, but that's because I want to see how the voice, how the sound is going, because I have been listening recently to my own videos, which is, kind of unfair since it's gaining views. I know, should take that away if I could, and I would if I could. But I have noticed that the sound level is kind of varied, because I got a comment about it from Positive Patrol Leader, and he said, or she said, whatever, just going to use he as the general he because of convenience. He said that the voiceover has been a bit changing, like it's a bit interchangeable. No, not interchangeable, but the quality has been changing, and I don't really know why. I don't know if it's about the other sounds around me or how close I am to the mic. So we're going to explore that today, kind of. So now I'm going to talk like this. Now I'm going to talk like this. Use a bit of my stomach, perhaps, or just talk about normally. Now, this might seem weird, but it's for two reasons, or two main reasons rather. One, it keeps me occupied. No, keeps me not thinking about yesterday's disaster. And I'm so sorry, by the way, because yesterday I was a bit angry when I started to record a video because it was late. I had to get it out before it was, the next day, because I want to keep it daily. And my friend was there, and he didn't want to go away, kind of. So I didn't want to record when someone was there. And then I had the I wouldn't say shitty, but like the worst imaginable when it comes to group work because of all of the lack of commitment, so to say, and all the resistance and easy questions, and all of the lack of resistance when we needed to actually discuss something. So that was kind of weird. But anyway, it was the 25th video yesterday. Yay, go for that. So it's still kind of good, and I'm really happy about it. As I don't know if I stressed this, and after listening to yesterday's video, I would say I kind of didn't. But if I can now stress it, it's huge for me. I mean, it's the best feeling ever to actually have launched something that I have kept going for almost a month now. I mean, it's going to be the 26th video today, and it's soon going to be 31. Woo! Anyway, this is going to work as a good diary too. I know it started with my company, now it's more general things I want to talk about, then it's my day, but anyway. And another thing the second thing then, to get back on track, is that I'm going to try to talk with different styles now. No, I won't probably, but I'm trying during the day, so to say. And that is also not only because I want to be heard in my own videos, even though that's a plus point, but I can amplify the audio in Windows Movie Maker. That's Windows Movie Maker. I mean in iMovie. So that's probably not going to be a problem at all. But it's also important to notice that I'm thinking about if I'm going to give a speech, right? A speech or an argumentation or a discussion, it's important that I know how to articulate so that people actually hear what I say, and that I can make the sound, like an appropriate sound in appropriate ways. So for instance, if I'm going to try and get a very an aggressive point across, I might want to change the tone of my voice so that it fits it. But how would I know if it fits or if it doesn't, if I succeed or if I don't know how I will sound when I speak? Anyway, so that's a bit of a reason too. And I just noticed it's a bit of an echo in here. Even though it's kind of nice with the lovely chairs and the table is kind of nice, and the international vibe and feeling, it's still doesn't have that much of stuff in it, so the echo might vary. As I said, this is not the optimal place, but it might be a place I'm sitting at if it turns out to be, closed off a lot of the time when I want to record. Anyway, today I had a brilliant class. I had French. Yay. And I feel like, as I've said before, French is something, not French necessarily, but language is something rather, that is a bit of a fresh fruit, you know? If you leave it out too long, it's going to rot and get destroyed. And that's what I have felt like, that's what I feel have been happening to my French, because since language is something that you use all the time, and when you stop using it, it will diminish and go away, my French has like basically disappeared. Okay, get it if you don't, but I was actually thrown out from that place. That's not going to be the go-to place for the next couple of videos, as I thought it would, even though it was actually kind of good. Oh my days and oh my world, how can I do this? Now, I think I have about 5 minutes left until I reach my own personal timer, or my own personal lockout, so to say. So let's just hope that I can be able to finish off the session here. And I'm sitting like a frog. I'm like really leaning in because this is not as optimal as the last one were. So right now I'm sitting in the corridor. So this is going to be about combating the feeling, or combating fear as well, since I don't necessarily like to talk in front of other people that I don't know. And right about now, anyone can come across that I don't know. So let's see how this works out. Anyway, what was I was talking about? Yeah, exactly. If you want to give a speech, how are you going to know that your message is actually coming across, and that it comes across the way you want it to? Oh my god, the double chin is real. Well, this just goes about showing that planning is important, and even if you found like a window of opportunity at a point in time that you think is amazing, that you want to exploit, it doesn't always turns out to be like great. Which in this case is a premium example of something that didn't turn out the way I thought it would. Going from, oh, the place where I can sit and record everything, to, oh no, I can't actually, and now I need to find a new place because I've already started and I'm in the flow. How can I take advantage of that? Well, go outside and not be afraid of talking in front of other people, which unfortunately I still am. So this is going to be a weird, varied quality as well, unfortunately. Hello. Yeah, that's just one of the people that walks around. Fortunately enough for me, most of the people in here speaks French because I'm in the administrative part of the area or of the school, but I'm where students are allowed to be. So if I get voice crack or something and get off topic, that's just normal. Or it shouldn't be, but it's probably going to be right now because I'm still combating this, as I said. Anyway, so trying to get back at it again. The second thing, as I said, is that I want to know that what I say comes across in a good way or in a fashionable manner. So. And I will only know that if I listen and record my own voice, which I'm doing right now and have done for the past 25 days. It's going to be the 26th again. 25, very important and very astonishing number in my world. And I will, oh my god, this is going to be so. And the lightning too. I can see the 480p even in 720. It's going to be so not optimal, let's say. Anyway. The only way of actually improving your own vocale is to record your own voice and listen to it, because then you will get, am I articulating every word correctly or well? Do I speak in a way that's not intimidating or that is fit for the context or the circumstances? Do I use the correct vocabulary? Am I doing a lot of minor mistakes? For instance, I had a friend who was going to do a argumentative speech, and he wasn't allowed, let's say, to use abbreviations, but he did a lot because that's what he used normally when he talked. Yeah. Because that's what he used normally when he spoke. The thing is that he wasn't allowed, and that kind of messed him up, even though it was a really good speech. I know which speech are you not allowed to use abbreviations in. It's only in academic sources and stuff like that that you're not supposed to. But anyway, he did, and he wasn't supposed to, so he broke a rule, even though it was a trivial rule and a made-up rule. He still broke a rule, and that kind of trashed his speech, even though the content of the speech was really good. So he got the highest score in that, but still he broke the rule, so it kind of didn't count. So it's very important, even though if you're a natural talker or a natural person that gives speeches, I don't know the terminology for it in English, but there is one in Swedish that I'm thinking about, unfortunately. That's also one of the things that you can do when you record yourself and do stuff. If you need to fill time, will you be able to, and will you use your own language or English, if English is not your native language? And for instance, the different sayings and different metaphors, will you use them that are based, like originating from your own country, even like your own language, even though you're speaking in English, and try to translate it on the fly, realizing that it didn't fit or realize that it fit. It's all good to record yourself and listen back to it in order to improve your presentation skills, let's say, because that's to tie it back to what I think I said over there, is that we had presentations today in French, which was pretty awesome. It was all good. So now I'm going to leave before more people come around, because it sounds like it, and I think I hit my mark exactly. What a perfect opportunity. This is a winner opportunity as well. So bye, see you tomorrow, and hope for better structure from me. I think that the French structure is actually starting to like get on my nerves, get under my skins, let's say. Anyway, see you. Bye.